Well, good morning to you. Monday again. My gosh, weekend's gone, and it's gone a bit cooler now. So I hope everybody's all right and staying safe. People, of course, do injections. Had a big group of people up there having their injections again on Saturday, which is a fine thing, I think. Anyhow, but it's going a bit cooler now, but it's going to be all right. It's going to be all right. We've got a bit less to do and go tidy the garden up, and that'll be all right. Now, I've got three birthdays here today. There's Naomi Beasley. Happy birthday to you, mate. Look after the ducks, mine. And then we got Sarah Jane Deegan. Happy birthday to you. And we got another one was Roger Wills. Happy birthday to you, Roger, as well. Now, last Friday was our beginning of Halo Como. This is our centenary year. So we got together and we decided that we would ask St Justin of Long Rock to produce a badge for us. And this is, if you can't see it or no, but there we are. What a fantastic badge. Hail Como Society. With the bezants, our colour is white, and these will be made available to all members of Hello Como Society to celebrate our centenary. And was coming as in February, but we're I want to thank St Justin for an absolutely cracking job. Fantastic. Service is second to none. But there we are. So again, thank you very much as to everybody. Now I'm going to do a 1 year day cool down. This is Herbert Lane cool down cobbler shop. Anybody want me? I'm down cobbler shop. My second pair of best boots want tabbing, says Feather. You better fetch an anchor of water before you go. Can't stop. Do that when I come home. The cobbler shop was filled with men all sitting round the old stove. They used to gather to tell yarns, and all the news of the village was heard. Only the cobbler had the weekly newspaper. During the war, they used to call it the War Office. What's best, asked Feather, as they made room for him near the fire. I was just saying, remarked the cobbler, I went up to Joe Poglaze's maid's wedding. 'Twas some grand, plenty to eat and drink, and poor old Joe had to propose a toast to Granny. He was going round for days repeating, here's to the best years of my life, spent in the arms of another man's wife, my mother. 'Cause he got some awful memory. When the time arrived, Joe got up and said, here's to the best years of my life, spent in the arms of another man's wife. But who the woman was, I forgot. Oh, that's a good one, said Jan Pierce. Did anybody see a tramp going down long this afternoon? Yes, he called in here to light his pipe. My missus said he called in down home. Some sorry she was to see un, all cold, and his clothes all hanging upon un. She gave him a cup of tea and a piece of heavy cake. To help him on a bit, she told him the woman next door had a job that was suiting, only to cut up bit firewood. Oh, thank you very much, he replied. 'Tis so good of you. If you didn't tell me, I should have gone right bang into that. Is my boots mended, please? Asked Maid Janey from up Tolkern. Not yet, replied the cobbler. I'll bring them up when they're done. Shut the door when you go out. Her old man had some fright last week. Did you hear about him? No. Well, I tell 'ee, now he'd dearly love drop beer, and every Saturday night he'd go up Troon. His missus is always vexed, 'cause she'd a say if he can go do without it all the rest of the week, he needn't go out on Saturday nights. 'Tis the only bit of comfort I got, said he, and I'm going. How to stop him she didn't know, but at last she thought of a plan. She knew he was a bit afraid and could not see very well in the dark, so she put on a large white sheet and waited inside the gates of the cemetery. At last she heard him coming down the road singing, going up Camborne Hill, coming down. Just as she got opposite the gate, she sprang out and said, do you know who I am? No, I don't, he replied, shaking with fear. I'm the devil come out to warn 'ee. First time I'd ever seen 'ee. Said he, shake hands, I married your sister. Talking about beer, said Feather, shaking his head. I heard the most strange thing the other evening up pub. I was sitting down having a bit chat when the landlord, when in walks a stranger. I could tell by his talk he wasn't from round these parts. Pint of beer, please, he called, and turning to his dog, he asked if the dog would like one as well. Oh, no, thank you, replied the dog. Upon that, the landlord nearly dropped a glass of beer, but he didn't say nothing. After the stranger had finished his drink, he turned to his dog and asked if he was ready. Yes, replied the dog, I'm ready. Look here, said the landlord. I've heard of parrots talking, but it's the first time I ever heard a dog talk. Will he sound? I'll give you £5. No, thank you, I don't want sound. As he turned to go out, I'll give you £10. Well, that's all right. The dog is yours, said the stranger. The landlord handed over the £10. Goodbye, said the stranger to the dog. You sold me, you sold me. I'll never speak another word, replied the dog. He didn't either. Everyone in the cobbler's shop had to admit it was the most strange thing that had ever happened in the village for many years since Farmer's rooster laid an egg. The door opened and in come Richard Henry. Man is come with a horse. Father bought a horse, some thin he was, gove 10 shillings and a bag of tatters for him. I told him if I wasn't in to shove him under the door, but I suppose I better go and get along home now. See you again. Take care.